Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Frank Garcia, and today we're doing something a little different because today we're reviewing Joker with the lovely Wadey. Because this new Joker movie has caused a lot of buzz and controversy, and I wanted to weigh in on not only how good the movie itself is, but really if there should be so much controversy behind it and what it all means. But yeah guys, without further ado, today I'll be reviewing Joker with me, my girlfriend, and this sexy mustache.
This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
So this year's Joker movie stars Joaquin Phoenix as Joker and Todd Phillips as the director. And I don't really know what that means because I'm not a movie buff, but everyone online said Joaquin Phoenix was one of the greatest actors alive, and well, they're right. Because from the opening scene of this movie and the introduction of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, you feel his pain. You feel involved with his character, and he feels so real. The way Joaquin Phoenix moves, talks, and just even looks at people really just gives you a creepy feeling deep inside of you. And he really nails the character of Joker, a broken man who's just kind of cast out in society. And speaking of society, the city of Gotham in this Joker movie is so well constructed. Every scene is beautiful, where you can see the entire city, where streets are broken down, there are vigilantes everywhere, and overall, just dirtiness everywhere you walk. High five. The Joker in this movie is a chaotic character surrounded by an even more chaotic city, and it shows through in every single scene, not only in how the movie is shot, but just how well acted every scene is, along with the supporting cast. On top of this, the score of the movie is absolutely amazing. In most movies, it's said that if you don't notice a score in the background, that means it was a good score. But here, the score was so good that in almost every single scene, I noticed it immediately, and it enhanced it immensely. When Arthur Fleck felt sad, the score reflected that. And when he felt like a badass and had his moments, oh damn, did you feel that as well. And honestly, by the end of the movie, I was anticipating every next scene to see what new song that the director would throw at us just to kind of enhance the experience in the theater. But yeah, the score in this movie, absolutely an A+. Another thing the movie actually did quite well, which surprised me, was comedy. Because while most of the movie is very somber and serious, and that's really what the movie is all about, there are many dark comedic moments that, for at least in my theater, hit really hard and had people laughing quite a bit. And the movie tries to, at certain moments, kind of take back from all that scary and just somberness and really throw a few jokes out here and there. But make no mistake, this is a dark movie. And throughout the movie, we slowly see the descent of Arthur Fleck into the character of the Joker. And it's quite catastrophic at some moments to see what this, quite honestly, before nice person turns into. Because more than anything else, this year's Joker movie is about mental illness and the effect society can have on people with crippling conditions. Throughout the movie, you see Arthur suffer tragedy after tragedy and slowly descend more and more into madness. But at almost every step of the journey, you feel for Arthur. And I think you're supposed to in the way the movie's directed. Because after every bad thing that happens to him, Arthur commits a bad thing. But in almost a way, you're supposed to be rooting for him. And that is where all the controversy around this movie has spawned out of. Because as many of you know, one of the big controversies before this movie even came out that was hitting the press was that it kind of glorified these maybe killers nationally or people that were having mental conditions. And well, quite honestly, think it kind of does. Whoa, but before you guys get too mad at me for saying that, let me clarify a little. Because while I think this movie does kind of have you side with Arthur Fleck and all of his killings and just ferocity and madness, I think that's okay. Because at the end of the day, that's what art is about. It's okay to have a movie where we can look at the other side and see how a monster like this could be created in society. This year's Joker movie really brings the audience into the mind of someone capable of doing horrible things and shows just what a human being has to go through to become so bad. But by the end of it, you almost feel sympathetic for Arthur and his whole plight and everything he's been through. And I think that's really the point of the movie. The movie is structured in such a way that you're almost supposed to be rooting for Arthur, even through all of the horrible things he does on screen. But we have to remember that this movie is from the eyes of Arthur, and that's another really important thing that makes this movie so great. Because at first glance, it feels like the movie is at times promoting these people that do horrible things because of how they are treated by society. But this movie is more about Arthur and how he thinks. And there are so many scenes in the movie that are being deceitful and showing you things that aren't real or things that Arthur wishes were true. And that's what gives this movie so much depth. Because at times where you feel so bad inside and so bad for Arthur and wish him the best, maybe that's just because, well, Arthur's the one telling the story. And it's this confusion and just utter distress that you're left with after the movie that makes it so great. I've never seen a movie that just so seemingly perfectly exemplifies what it would be like to go through the mind of an actual maniac like the Joker. And that's what makes this movie so great. Because on the surface, it seems like just your run-of-the-mill villain character origin story. But after watching the Joker, you realize it is so much more than that. This is the story of Arthur Fleck and his mind and how he has viewed his transformation into the Joker. And you almost leave the theater asking more questions than you have answers. But after all, isn't that what the Joker's all about? This year's Joker, in my opinion, perfectly exemplifies what the character of Joker is supposed to be. Not only in just Joaquin Phoenix's performance as Arthur Fleck himself, but really in just how the movie is directed, shot, scored. Everything about the movie exemplifies the character of Joker, whether that be deceit, cunningness, or overall just maniacal mayhem. This movie exemplifies what it means to be the villain of Joker, more so than I think any other previous Joker incarnation that we've seen yet. So hats off to the entire Joker cast, as I think you guys made an absolutely amazing movie. And I recommend anyone on the fence to see this definitely go out to the theater and have an experience unlike really any superhero movie or supervillain movie yet. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on the Joker movie. And if you guys liked the video, definitely leave a like or subscribe down below and let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Joker movie. Or come by to my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/FranklyGaming and just talk with me a little bit about the movie. I'd love to discuss it with you guys a little bit live on stream. This year's Joker is a tough movie to watch, but I think it's an important one. Because honestly, it asks questions about not only society, but mental illness and just people in need that kind of need to be asked. And I think it asks them in such a way that is not only entertaining, but some other adjective. My name's Frank Garcia.
My name's Linz.
And this is Frankly Gaming. I'll see you guys next Sunday.